Hey everyone, it's that time of the week again where we're going to look at all the new mods that have been released in the last few days, and I've got real variation today of tracks and cars, and there's that awesome Silverstone Pyre F1 extension that I'm going to show you later in the video. Before we get to that, big thank you for all the support on the channel. 8 million views and 400 uploads, and we're still going strong, so thank you so much. And remember, if you like the video, giving it a thumbs up will really help me out with YouTube. Okay, we're on to the first mod today, and it's this one. It's the Initial D Stage 0 Odawara. This is by Sega and converted by RMI. This track, of course, needs no introduction. It's one of the latest conversions of an Initial D track onto Assetto Corsa. It's great to see them on here. So as I said earlier, this has been converted by RMI. 2.7 miles long, 4 layouts. It's got 16 pits, and it's fantastic to drive. And we're going to showcase a couple of the cars on here. Then we're going to move over to somewhere else later in the video. If you are new to the channel, do remember to check out the links in the description. All the mods today are free apart from the Pyre extension, and I'll go through that later on. And also remember, if you want to be notified of all the latest videos that release every single week on mods and guides for Assetto Corsa, do click on that subscribe button. It's completely free. I'd love to have you on board. Next up, we have a car, and here it is. Well, it's actually a car pack. This is the Skoda Octavia Mark 1 car pack, and this is by Mod Pack Portugal. So why is this a pack of cars? Well, you get 4 different cars. This is the VRS Mark 1. You also get a standard TDI, you get a police car and a safety car, and I'm just going to go through those in a moment just to show you around them, because they have got some cool mods on them that I've not seen before on Assetto Corsa. This Octavia pack is put together as you would expect. Something a little bit dodgy about that model though. It's not like that on the other cars. Not sure what's gone on there, but that's the VRS. Then you've got this standard TDI car, and I know a lot of people have driven these all across Europe, actually probably all around the world. So the Skoda Octavia is a very popular car, and of course it's all driven by the Volkswagen drivetrain, so a lot of these are really reliable and people love them. But there is this police car in there as well that's got lots of different ways that you can get the sirens running and the horns. The bonnet opens and you can see the cool engine in there, and you've probably just seen at the back of this, and I'm going to show you in a little bit more detail in a moment, that you can actually put cones out, and I've not seen that on a mod car before. So here we are at the back, and you can use your numpad keys to actually put cones at the back of the car. That's pretty good when you're parked up at the side of the road. But if you don't want the police car, you've also got a safety car, and I'm sure all of you can think of ways you can use this on your sim racing. So again, you can open the bonnet, you can see the engine, or the interior is pretty standard, but this has also got the cones at the back as well. Hey, and maybe you can actually drive with the cones behind you. I didn't try that. Parked it up, put them out safely, put them back in the boot. That is the Skoda Octavia pack. I hope you enjoy that. Let's move on to the next car. And next up, we have something completely different. This is the Porsche 930 Targa by Macedo STI, the SRP 1988 version. This comes with 6 skins, over 500 brake horsepower and 614 Newton meters of torque, over 200 miles an hour at 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, and as you can hear, it sounds fantastic. It also looks great, and there are some great additions to this as well. So you can open the doors and the roof just flies off. I love how that animation works. I did look behind the car, it just disappears into the road, but you can decide whether you want it on or off. This has got the roll cage inside as well. Looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. This is definitely one to add to your collection, and I think with the color scheme it kind of matches the RX-7 that I had on a few videos ago. I'm going to take the roof off and screech into the distance on this. So this is the Porsche Targa 930, really cool car. Next up, we have a real pocket rocket. This is the Fiat Punto Sporting Abarth by Little Guys, 1997, but it's got over 250 brake horsepower. It's had multiple upgrades, and it's listed in the description when you download and install the car. 0 to 60 is in 4.9 seconds. You can hear the engine, it's fantastic. 11 skins, and this really does handle very well, to say it's got all that power going through the front wheels. Do give a big shout out to all the modders when you drop on their download pages and download these. Support them where you can, or just give them a thank you. It really supports their work, especially on all of these free mods. Next up we have another free mod, but it's something completely different. And this is exactly why I love Assetto Corsa modding. This is different to everything we've shown today. This is the Bark pickup truck. Obviously American pickup trucks coming over to the UK for racing. 160 brake horsepower, it weighs 900 kilograms and it looks stunning. This is also a truck pack. You get 3 different variants of this. You get the Ford, Isuzu and the Vauxhall. It comes with 5 skins on each one and it's by Captain Lycos. Let's take a look at it. Now that we've gone through some car mods, let's have a look at the Silverstone F1 2023 extension by Pyre. So you know I've been covering these over the last few weeks. This is his Patreon page. It's £2 or £3 to actually be a member of this per month. But if you do join, you get a backlog of all the 45 plus tracks of all the extensions that he's done in the past. That's 2022 and 2023. When you download the Silverstone one, you're going to extract it on your desktop and you're going to get this folder. It's called Content and you've got all this new Silverstone F1 2023 content on there. The release notes here tell you all the changes that have happened in this version. So we've got the new layout for 2023 includes new billboards, new animated boards, new fence boards, new sideline signs, new brake markers, more than 15 new ground sponsors, new pit names, the Rolex clock, digital flags. They're really cool, so they change as the cars go around depending on what's happening on the track. The Escapade condos, they're all under construction, so that's a biggie. New podium design, and also the Ferris wheel now is the chrome design on there too. There's all sorts of other little bits on there as well, so I'm going to show you around the new track in a moment. To install it, you go to your Assetto Corsa root directory and you just copy that content piece over. Then when you go into Content Manager, when you've started it back up, this adds on to the Kunos Silverstone, and you can see we'll get F1 2023 there, and that's what we're going to pick. This is what you get then, so we know this track is really solid from Kunos, but it's great to be able to put these skins and extensions on top of there. This is a lot of work, so I know Pyre is putting these out every week or so for all the different tracks that are happening. Le Mans, Silverstone, the Austrian Grand Prix that I covered in the last couple of weeks. But do remember, this is a lot of work to get all these graphics right and add them as extensions onto this. So do support all the modders. We're going to take a lap on here in a moment so you can see what it looks like for the driver's eye view. There's a new Escapade being developed and installed at the side of the track. That's going to be pretty exciting. They're the new condos. But I love all the new sponsorship on here. It makes it look really professional, brings it bang up to speed. Let's have a look at it. The new Silverstone by Pyre and all the mods that I've covered today are really good additions to your collection, so do check them out. All the links are in the description. Thanks so much again for all this massive support on the channel. If you do like the video, giving it a thumbs up really does help me out with YouTube. Drop your comments below and I'll try and answer them as soon as possible. And have a great British Grand Prix weekend, and I'll see you guys very soon.